Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 from Warhorse Studios is exactly what the title suggests it is. A direct continuation of the original that is expanded upon, but it's still that same meaty medieval role-playing game that hardcore players lapped up in 2018. If you haven't played the first game but you're interested in the second installment, stop watching and get stuck in before Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 comes out, as they play essentially the same. It can be had for very cheap too, so I'd really recommend it. I played the original for 153 hours and 46 minutes. It was my lockdown game and I was completely whisked away and immersed and taken by the systems-driven, mechanics-heavy gameplay, realism, historical accuracy, as well as the great story, characters, and the ever-affable Henry of Skalitz, our protagonist. I loved it so much that when I was on holiday in the Czech Republic, I made a point of stopping by the preview event at GDS Prague to play a Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 demo, mint my own coin, get a cheeky little lanyard, and pick up a limited run Henry beer, which I'm planning to open when I do my review. Had I been reviewing the first game at the time, it would have been an easy 5 stars from me. And though this is a preview where I can only talk about the game up to a certain point, I can say from the 33 hours I've played so far, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has all what made that game great in spades and somehow more. As I said, it plays very much like the first game, but it's a far more polished affair with fewer bugs and overall jank. But with such a wide scope, you can still come across some goofy moments. Some systems, such as combat, have been streamlined. In the first game, there were 6 directions to attack from when using weapons. Now, there are only 4. And this is not to its detriment, as it allows you to better explore the deep combo system without getting completely bogged down, and the chance of you accidentally holding your weapon on the wrong side is massively reduced. It feels a lot more intuitive this way. Also new is the setting, with the first part of the game taking place in the idyllic Trotsky region. It's quite similar to the map in the first game, but it's a bit sleepier in that it's considerably more rural. It's a great introduction to the game for old-timers and newcomers alike. But minor spoiler warning. The game starts with you taking control of Father Godwin, who's a different voice actor, but hey-ho, during a siege at the castle of Sukdal. It's a brief hands-on demo of the fighting mechanics of the game, including the new crossbows, and sets the stage for what's to come. We then flash back to a few weeks before, with Henry and Hans Capon on their way to Trotsky Castle to deliver a message before it all goes predictably pear-shaped. Henry's gravely injured, setting your level and skills back in a way that doesn't feel cheap, and then it's off to the races in the greater Trotsky countryside. Despite being very rural, it's still filled to the brim with great side quests, which so far have been the highlight for me. I've helped solve murders, broken into buildings, spoken with a renegade sheep, licked disgusting minerals in a grave, and scoured the land looking for my lost dog. And it might sound odd, but a real highlight for me was helping the local knacker and gravedigger pick up dead bodies across the land in his car. It's something I've truly never done in a game before, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is full of these moments. A signature feature of the Trotsky region are these beautiful sandstone cliffs that make up the Apollonia region, and it never gets old diving between them hunting bandits, and nor does galloping off them in the pitch black of night, as death is usually your own fault. Whilst the game can be punishingly difficult, especially for newcomers, it is always fair. Medieval life was pretty hard after all. Much like its predecessor, you have a variety of options on how to tackle problems, be it diplomacy, subterfuge, intimidation, or by way of the sword. In this sense, Kingdom Come Deliverance feels like you cross Deus Ex, Baldur's Gate 3, and the Stalker games and have it in a painstakingly historical medieval setting. It is an immersive sim, really. The game won't always tell you what to do, but if you go exploring, you can find completely different ways to navigate quests. This dynamism extends to the whole game as well. As it was with the first game, when you fast travel or even just make your way along the roads, you can come across any number of scenarios, such as being ambushed by bandits, meeting traders, or some pretty odd fellows. Quite often I found myself getting into scrapes, only for passerbys or travelling caravans to happen upon us and join in the fray. Will you stick in the fight until the bandits are vanquished, or let those who come to your aid perish so you can loot them too? The choice is yours. And those choices you make in quests always come back to you as well, even this early on the game. Someone might owe you a favour, which then comes in handy when another person needs something from them, or your actions may leave you with some explaining to do. Crime and punishment feel far more fleshed out too, as do NPCs' awareness of your naughty shenanigans. If you step foot in someone's home and are told to clear off, only for their life savings to go missing later that evening, the finger is going to be pointed at you. Even if you're just minding your own business and an NPC hears something behind them, they'll be startled and turn around. If you're in good standing with the area, they'll breathe a sigh of relief. If everyone hates your guts, you can expect a less than warm reception. Powering all this is a custom version of Crytek's CryEngine The first game was known for its hardware-crushing graphics in 2018 that were very forward-looking for the time, and this has largely paid off for developers Warhorse Studios, as Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, as while the game does look better, it's not a massive leap over the original, it still looks incredible. With such a good base to work from, I've been delighted to see a liberal amount of asset reuse, which no doubt helped save on development costs that have gone into expanding more interesting gameplay scenarios. Really, the biggest visual letdown are the animations outside of the main quest, but given the scope of the game, it's easy to forgive, as bespoke animations for every scene would cost an absolute fortune. All this has lent itself to an enormously captivating experience in the first opening act alone. If the game concluded where I'm allowed to talk up to, I'd still wholeheartedly recommend it. There's truly nothing else out there that's quite like it. So once this video is done, edited, out the door, I'm going straight back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. But that's going to be everything from us today, folks. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this wee preview ahead of our main review. And if you did, please consider giving us a little like, sharing this video, and subscribing to the Radio Times Gaming YouTube channel so you don't miss that review. We'll see you next time.